Under the cloak of a deep midnight sky, two figures ventured into the ancient forest. Their headlamps cut through the inky blackness, illuminating a path less traveled, where towering trees stood as silent sentinels. The air was crisp, carrying the earthy scent of damp soil and pine. Every rustle of leaves, every distant hoot of an owl, added to the immersive symphony of the nocturnal wilderness. They were seeking solitude, a break from the world's clamor. Their footsteps crunched softly on fallen leaves and twigs, a rhythmic cadence against the profound silence that often blankets such remote places. The trail led them deeper, away from any hint of civilization, into the heart of the wild. Suddenly, an unnatural stillness descended. The usual forest sounds, the chirps and rustles, seemed to hold their breath. A subtle shift in the atmosphere, a prickling sensation on their skin, hinted at something profoundly out of place. They paused, exchanging a glance, their expressions a mix of curiosity and unease. The air grew heavy, charged with an unseen energy. It was as if the forest itself was holding its breath, anticipating an extraordinary event. Then, through a break in the dense canopy, a faint, pulsating blue-white glow appeared. It wasn't the moon, nor any star they recognized. It was too steady, too deliberate, to be a natural phenomenon. Their eyes widened, fixed on the impossible light. It seemed to hover, motionless, defying gravity, a silent sentinel in the vast expanse of the night sky. A shiver ran down their spines, a mix of fear and profound wonder. As they watched, mesmerized, the light grew brighter, revealing the distinct outline of a metallic disk. It was perfectly symmetrical, with a brushed aluminum surface that seemed to absorb and reflect the moonlight simultaneously. No sound accompanied its presence, no whirring engines or rushing air. It simply hung there, a silent enigma, a testament to technology far beyond their comprehension. The forest, too, remained hushed, as if in reverence. The disk began to move, not with the jerky motions of an earthly craft, but with an ethereal grace. It glided effortlessly, a phantom ship navigating the dark ocean of the night sky, weaving between the tallest pines. It performed maneuvers that defied physics, turning on a dime, accelerating with impossible speed, then stopping instantly, all without a whisper of sound. The hikers could only stare, their minds struggling to process the spectacle. The pulsating glow intensified slightly as it moved, casting fleeting shadows that danced among the trees. It was a ballet of light and shadow, performed by an unknown entity in the heart of their familiar world. One of the hikers instinctively reached for their phone, but hesitated. What could a camera capture of such an impossible sight? Would anyone believe them? The moment felt too sacred, too personal, for a mere photograph. They stood rooted to the spot, their breath held captive by the sheer magnitude of what they were witnessing. The disk was not threatening, but rather an embodiment of profound mystery, a silent question mark in the sky. It drifted closer, then higher, revealing intricate details on its surface, subtle riveted seams, a brushed texture that seemed to shimmer with an inner light. It was clearly manufactured, yet unlike anything they had ever seen. The emerald green hues of the forest foliage seemed to deepen under its strange luminescence, creating an otherworldly tableau. The familiar woods transformed into a stage for an encounter of the third kind. Time seemed to lose all meaning. Minutes stretched into an eternity as the disk continued its silent dance above the ancient trees. It was a moment suspended, a secret shared only between them and the unknown craft. A sense of insignificance washed over them, yet also a profound connection to something larger than themselves. The universe, they realized, held wonders far beyond their wildest dreams, right here in their own backyard. The disk then began a slow, deliberate ascent. Its blue-white glow pulsed gently, almost like a farewell. It rose higher and higher, becoming a distant star among the real ones, yet infinitely more captivating. Within moments, it was gone, swallowed by the immensity of the cosmos, leaving behind only the lingering scent of pine and the profound silence of the forest. The air slowly returned to its normal density. The hikers stood for a long time, processing the impossible. The forest sounds gradually returned, a gentle reawakening, But their perception of the world had been irrevocably altered. They began their journey back, their steps lighter, yet their minds heavier with the weight of their secret. The trail, once familiar, now seemed imbued with a new, cosmic significance. The memory of the metallic disk, its silent hover, and its graceful maneuvers would forever be etched into their souls. It was a story they might never tell, but one that would define their understanding of reality. As dawn approached, painting the eastern sky with hues of purple and gray, they emerged from the woods, carrying not just the fatigue of a long hike, but the indelible mark of an extraordinary encounter. The world outside the forest seemed unchanged, bustling with its usual rhythm, oblivious to the silent marvel that had unfolded under the cover of night. But for them, nothing would ever be quite the same. The ancient trees, the winding trails, the deep shadows, they now held a new secret, a whispered tale of a metallic disk that silently hovered above the dense forest, a fleeting glimpse into the vast unknown.